Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny and I am here to help you feel empowered to confidently use your voice, tell your story to inspire other people, and do it in a way that when you talk, people listen. When you talk, people pay attention. And in this video, I am going to be giving you my 5 biggest tips of how you can start to feel really confident when you are telling your story and pushing past that fear that is currently holding you back. So if that sounds good, then stick around because this is going to be a really good one. And if you are not already a subscriber, please make sure you click on that subscribe button because there is so much to come. So my first tip for you is identification. In order for you to work past anything, in order for you to work through anything, you need to know what you are starting with in the first place. What is it that comes up for you when you think about speaking? Whether this be in person, whether it be talking to your friends and family about your new venture you started, whether it be going live, whether it be organising a training, what is it that comes to your mind when you think of doing that? This might be an easy one for you, and if that is the case, then brilliant. But if it isn't, don't beat yourself up about it. I highly recommend having a little journaling session. Journaling is great because it really gives you that space and time with just you, your thoughts, your feelings, and your journal, with no judgment. Nobody is going to read your journal. It's just you. It's just you to really help you do this work. So if you're not sure what your actual fear is, then start writing about it. When you picture yourself speaking, when you picture yourself in that actual situation, what are you thinking? What is coming up for you? Write it down, because once you do that, you will really be able to pinpoint what the actual fear is. And my second tip for you for really helping you work through the fear of speaking is the analysation stage. We need to analyse what the fear is. Why is that fear there? Why do you feel the way that you do? When you really start to understand it, then you can start to work with it instead of against it. And a really great way of doing this is ask yourself why. So if your fear is, I am scared of speaking in case I forget my words, ask yourself why, and keep going, keep going, keep going. Because once you do this work, you will truly get to that underlying fear and reason as to why all of this is happening, why you're being held back the way that you are, why you're not being able to put yourself out there. Don't be alarmed if the reason that you end up with at the end is different to what you thought it was when you first started doing this work. This has happened to me too, so I completely get it. But just take that time to understand it. Like I said earlier, once you understand what the actual fear is, you are able to work with it instead of working against it. So my third tip for you is take control. It is one thing knowing what the fear is. It's another thing understanding it. It is a whole nother thing understanding how you can work with it instead of against it. But honestly, it's a complete another ball game knowing that you can, in this exact moment, take control. You can take control back and say, from this moment on, I no longer let this affect me. From this moment on, I no longer let past memories dictate my future. From this moment on, I say enough is enough, because the only thing and the only person that can dictate what you do today is you. So how can you do that? How can you take control back? How can you stop letting that fear affect you? How can you start to release that negative energy? How can you start to bring positivity into your daily life? How can you start opening yourself up to the possibility of change? So my fourth tip for you when wanting to work through that fear of speaking is, what can you do to prevent that fear from becoming your reality? You can do this in a number of ways. Let's say, for example, your fear is that you will forget your words. What can you do to stop that being your reality? Maybe you want to practice. Maybe you want to do that by filming yourself talking multiple times and watching it back to see at what point of your message you are starting to forget your words, because it might be around working on your messaging. Maybe if you're looking to do lives, maybe another thing that you want to do is start to have visuals around you that will help you remember the main parts, whether that be bullet list in your notebook, whether that be cards or post-its, So this will really help you if you feel like you're starting to get to that point where you're losing your way and forgetting your words. My biggest tip on this is don't have loads and loads of notes around you, because you won't be able to keep up with it, and honestly I've done this and it's just not helpful. Instead of actually using that as a way to remember what you've got to say, it has the opposite effect and it completely messes the whole thing up. I've totally been there. So there's just a few ideas that can really help you think about how you can prevent that fear from becoming your reality. My fifth tip for helping you work through the fear of speaking is a visualization exercise. If you have fear around speaking, what I want you to do is picture yourself in that room, on that stage, in front of your phone about to go live, in that training event, talking to your friends and family. I want you to put yourself right there. You can close your eyes if you want to do that. Picture yourself there in that situation. Look at what's around you, who is around you. Picture yourself speaking, and speaking with so much determination and confidence. You've got a massive smile on your face, you've got that excited butterflies in your stomach, you are having the best time. You are speaking clearly, you are feeling super confident, you know you are doing exactly what you were born to do. Visualize that. Keep doing it, keep doing it. Don't just do it once, keep doing it every single day. Keep doing it as often as you can, because once you do that, you're more likely to start believing it will happen. So instead of focusing on the fear and what could go wrong, you instead focus on the outcome that you know you're more than capable of creating. And you focus on what can go right. This is a really, really great tip. This is a really powerful one, and I highly recommend you doing that. It will help with your self-confidence, it will help improve your self-esteem, your self-worth. You will be more likely to put yourself out of your comfort zone. There are so many benefits. Visualize yourself doing it and doing it right, doing it the way that you want it to be. Step into that. Whenever you're about to go on that stage, whenever you're about to go live or speak to your friends and family about your new venture, have that memory in the forefront of your mind, because you will go there full of excited energy, full of passion, determination, the best energy, and your audience, whoever they are, will pick up on that. Your energy is contagious. People will pick up on that, they can sense it, and they will be able to feel it too. Do that repeatedly, start to believe it. You know you can do it, and I know you can do it too. So let's start stepping into that. Let's start stepping into that confidence. So those are my 5 tips of how you can start to work through the fear of speaking. There is so much to come on this, so honestly, if you're not already a subscriber, I highly recommend clicking on that button. If you did enjoy this video, then I highly recommend watching this video, which I've pinned to the top of the screen, where I am giving you some really positive affirmations that you can listen to every day to start stepping into that confident version of yourself that you know you truly are. And if you want to take this a step further, I have recorded a free training where I am sharing my 5-step framework for confidently speaking your truth and creating positive change. So if that is something you're interested in, I've put the link to the training in the notes below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.